Hi everyone, welcome back to The Chosen One by Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your support. Today's word is, God said before you get into a relationship with someone, start praying for them. You know, sometimes when you in a relationship with someone, you want to pray for them to make sure that is the right spouse that God ordained you to be with. You know, sometimes we can be distracted by the flesh and we want to make sure we praying for their soul. You know, when I was with my husband, you know, when we was boyfriend and girlfriend and when we was young and God told me that he was my husband, God told me he was my husband when we first started talking. And, you know, we started going out, eating and everything. And I told him, I said, you my husband. He laughed at it. And I was like, you know what, Lord? I don't even know why I say some things. People always laugh. So we laugh at it because when you know that God put you both together and no one can separate you, is a blessing. Because, you know, like I said before, when you get in a relationship with somebody, you want to make sure that relationship is ordained by God, not by Satan, because the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy too. The devil comes in your life to steal, destroy, and take you out. The devil don't want nothing to happen in your future. He wants you to die. He wants you to be, you know, nobody. So what you have to do, you have to pray and put God first in your relationship. So what we did was, back then, we was in lust, we was in fornication, but we changed our life and we gave it to God. Instead of us living in sin, we started staying focused on God and we started putting God first, and God changed our life. God changed our future. So the Bible verse I want to read to you is Mark 11:24, and it reads, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. So whatever I was praying for, I was praying that God change him. I was praying that God lift him up. I was praying that God allow him to get through the things that he was going through. You know, a man go through a lot, just like a woman go through a lot. Everybody go through a lot of emotions. A lot of people go through a lot of things in their life. They're going through life. And like I said, before you get into a relationship with somebody, you want to make sure you praying for their soul, because at the end of the day, God knows what you're going through. And God, the only one that can change your story. When you give yourself to God and say, God, fix us. And that's what I was praying for. I was asking God to change us. I didn't want to keep on sinning. I didn't want to keep on living in that lifestyle of guilties, you know, of feeling guilty, of feeling like I'm not, you know, doing God's will. So I repent and I told God, you make me over. You help us to get ourselves back together in you. Because I'm telling you, you don't want to feel guilty in a way like, oh Lord, I done messed up. I done did this. I done did that. You got that guilt in your heart like, I need to repent. I need to do better. So I started praying for him. You know, I started praying that God change him. I prayed that God will deliver him. And you know, like I said, in the beginning, we was boyfriend and girlfriend. We got engaged. And the next thing you know, God allowed us to get married. Things happen in time. And I'm going to tell you this. A lot of you may think, oh, I'm not married yet. You know, I ain't in no relationship. Let me tell you this. It doesn't matter how old you are. God going to bless you when he feel like you ready to be blessed. God going to bless you when it's time for you to get blessed. You stand on your prayers, you believe, and you have hope, and you have faith. And it will come to pass. Whatever you praying for, you stand on it and you believe it by faith. Lord, I know you're going to bring it to pass, and God will. Stand on your prayers, stand on your dreams, and watch what God do for you. So I love you. Be encouraged. Believe in your prayers. You know what I'm saying? Believe in your prayers. Whatever you praying for, whatever you asking God for, believe, and it will happen to you. And just have faith. Have faith. Believe that God going to change you. God is going to change your partner, and God will do it. Let me tell you, change comes with time. You got to have patience. Good things come to those who wait. So you got to wait on God. You know, you praying right now, you asking God to change You know, your boyfriend, God gonna change him. God gonna change him. Yes, it may take him a long time, but I promise you, God will help your partner to change. You like, Lord, I love this man, but I don't know what's wrong with him. I just want him to change. God gonna change him. Give God time and watch what God do. So I just want to say to you, continue to be encouraged, stay prayed up, give yourself to God, and just know that God will work it out for your good. Don't let no one, I mean absolutely no one, separate you from God. Stay focused. If this relationship is, you know, in your way and it's separating you from God, you need to move yourself out of this relationship and stay focused. Sometimes it takes things in years. You see what I'm saying? With me and my husband, it took us 5 years to get back together. So with some people, it's going to take some time because maybe you was immature at the time. Maybe at the time you just wasn't ready to get married. So you take your time and you let God have his way in your life. So don't give up. Pray about all things. God bless you all. Thank you for watching and have a great, beautiful day. Stay blessed.